What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel, where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with banks, and most importantly, how to get you access to high limit credit funding. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as smash the like button. It helps support our channel and we greatly appreciate the support. So for today's video, we have another special credit card review. We're going to be reviewing the M1 Finance Owner's Rewards Visa Signature credit card. So this credit card is offered through M1 Finance. Now, before we dive into the credit card, I did want to just give an overall review of the M1 Finance platform. So M1 Finance is a comprehensive investment platform. It allows you to invest in different stocks. So right here, you just have some of the largest stock based off of their market cap. You can invest in individual stocks, different ETFs. You can also create a watch list of stocks that you want to keep tabs on. So you can basically just track the price. You can click into any of these. It provides some of the key performance indicators like price to sales, dividend yields, market cap, current price, PE ratios. It also gives you the previous close, the 52-week range in the price. So this is just basic information on the stock. You can also create what's called pies. Now, this is when you just create a basket of different stocks. Now, you can allocate this however you want. The Owner's Rewards card by M1 allows you to earn up to 10% cash back. This is a unique credit card for investors that rewards you for thinking like an owner. It's the only credit card that integrates with your portfolio to help you grow your wealth long term. Now, right now, the M1 credit card has a new intro offer, so you can earn a $300 bonus. So after you spend $4,000 within the first 90 days of opening your Owner's Rewards credit card, you'll earn a $300 statement credit. Another great feature is that the M1 credit card allows you to reinvest your cash back. So using the M1 automation, you can reinvest your rewards into your portfolio for continued growth. Now let's go over the M1 Finance Visa Signature credit cards. This allows up to 10% cash back on different retailers. So some of those retailers include Adobe. So if you have subscriptions, they have AMC Theaters, GameStop, Netflix, Tesla, Wayfair, Ulta Beauty, Peloton, Lululemon. Those are the 10% cashback categories. They also have 5% cashback categories as well, including Chipotle, FedEx, Nike, Southwest, Starbucks. So they have a lot of different 5% cashback categories. They also have 2.5% cashback categories. For example, they have Apple. If you do have an Apple card, then you're probably better off using the Apple card. If you have a Costco card, you'll probably get a higher percent back, as well as with Amazon. I know some of the Amazon credit cards give you 5% cash back. So it all depends on, how you plan to use this. They have Target, HBO, a lot of retailers that a lot of people do use, Sam's Club, Walmart. So this does have some value to it. It also gives you 1.5% cash back everywhere else. So with this particular card, if you're really looking to maximize the 5 and 10% cash back categories, you kind of have to think about, where you're shopping at. Now, in terms of the APR, the APRs do range from 14.99% all the way up to 24.99% based on credit worthiness when you open up the account. There's a $95 annual fee. So this is going to be waived for active M1 Plus customers. So there are two different types of accounts with M1. You just have the regular M1 and then you have M1 Plus. And I'm going to go over some of the reasons why you might want to consider going with the M1 Plus, some of the advantages. There's no balance transfer. So balance transfers are not available on this credit card. There's no cash advance. So cash advances are not allowed, and there's no foreign transaction fee. Now, one of the great things about the M1 Finance Owner Rewards Visa Signature credit card is that if you're provisionally approved and you accept, then that's when you get a hard credit check, and it's going to be through Experian. So they're going to be pulling your Experian credit report. I'm not 100% sure which FICO model that they are pulling, but one of the benefits is that you'll get a provisional approval or pre-approval, and if you decide to accept it at that point, it will be a hard pull. Now, I'm not sure if this is one of the credit card issuers where you get a pre-approval, you freeze your credit report, and then you accept it if you're able to get it without a hard inquiry. I haven't tested those data points yet. But one thing I will say is that if you do get a provisional approval, that's a pretty good sign, because if you don't get a pre-approval, then likely you're not going to get approved. Now, this does work somewhat like the Apple card or the GM credit card, where they'll give you a pre-approved credit limit and APR. And if you do decide to accept, at that point, it will be a hard pull. And again, they're going to be hard pulling your Experian credit report. I also wanted to point out the fact that the M1 Owner's Rewards credit card does not report to any of the credit bureaus. So this is kind of like a hidden trade line where it's not going to report your utilization. So this really isn't going to help you with building credit. However, if you wanted a credit card to use and not impact your utilization, then this would be a good choice, because whatever you're charging on the M1 credit card, it's not going to report to the credit bureau. So it's not going to help you build credit, and it's not going to show the utilization. So if you already have established credit and you don't really care about building credit, because this is going to be a credit card that's going to be, I guess, more tailored for people who probably already have good credit. So if you want to hide some utilization, this is a personal credit card that you could leverage. So whatever you charge on that credit card, it's not going to impact your utilizations. Another great benefit of the M1 Finance platform is that they allow you to borrow a percentage of your portfolio's values. You'll still have all of your money invested in the market, but you can then leverage your portfolio and borrow against it. Now, M1 Borrow is a simple way to borrow money at a low cost. Borrow allows you to access a flexible portfolio line of credit offer at a low interest rate. No paperwork, no credit check needed. So they're not going to be pulling your credit. And with M1 Borrow, you can borrow up to 40% at a 3.5% interest rate. But for M1 Plus members, you can borrow at just 2%. So if you upgrade to M1 Plus, you're going to get a lower APR. I mean, 3.5% is not bad at all. And this is going to be much lower than credit cards, HELOCs. Now, in terms of eligibility, any M1 client who has $2,000 or more invested in a taxable brokerage account is eligible to borrow. There's no credit checks or additional paperwork, and you cannot be denied if you meet the requirements. So let's recap some of the key features of the M1 Finance platform. So you can create different portfolios of stock. You can invest in individual stock as well as in ETFs. And they also offer investment research, so you can analyze different stocks before you decide to invest. And they allow you to borrow against your portfolio. So you could borrow up to 40% of your portfolio's value through M1 Borrow. And if you're an M1 Plus member, you can get rates as low as 2%. With a regular M1 membership, you can borrow as low as 3.5%. They also have the M1 Finance Visa Signature credit card, where you can get up to 10% cash back at certain retailers. You also get 1.5% cash back on all other purchases, and you can get a conditional approval, and that's just going to be a soft credit check. However, if you do wind up accepting the offer, then it will be a hard inquiry, and they're going to be pulling your Experian credit file. Also, you want to make sure that your credit report is not frozen before you try to apply. I also wanted to highlight that it's an all black metal credit card. So if this is something you're interested in, I've dropped links in the description of the video. Let me know your comments and questions in the comment section right down below. And until next time, take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.